Hey guys, welcome back to Your Lake Fork Guide. We have got a very, very special for us episode today. Got my good buddy Heath Taylor, man. Thank you for joining me today for this occasion. A little bit of a somber note. Most of y'all won't know this, but a gentleman that used to work with Heath at Smash Tech, Heath's the owner of Smash Tech Custom Bakes, makes a lot of the great bakes that I'm fortunate enough to get to use every day. And a man that made a big portion of them worked for Heath for a long time, was a family friend for a long time that you've known forever, Mr. Stan Smith. Today is actually the 1-year anniversary of Stan's very, very unexpected passing. And so we wanted to get out and do what Stan loved to do as much as anything. We're going to tell you more about Stan later in the video. We're going to get into it and kind of give you the story of Stan and what kind of person he was, and it's one worth waiting for and one worth hearing, so y'all stay tuned for that. But this, where we are right here, this is a top secret honey hole. That's
a place we always came.
Yeah.
Me and him, we'd bring both my boys.
Yep.
We'd come out a lot. It was a place that he loved coming.
Yes.
Like I said, it's a little private lake, but
yes,
I felt it only fitting to kind of come and do a tribute show.
I know you have so many memories with Mr. Stan and his boys out here, so we want you guys, you know, the viewers, to watch this. But I'm gonna be honest with you, we're making this video for a few people on earth, and it's me and you and your family and Mr. Stan's family. And I know Mr. Stan's family, some of y'all are gonna see this, and we really appreciate everything that Mr. Stan did in our lives. And we're gonna get in, like I said, get into more of that later. We got to get fishing right now, but you guys stay tuned. We're gonna catch some fish today, and we're gonna have a good time, and we're gonna share a story of an awesome, awesome man.
Oh, you got one there?
Yeah, he ain't very big, but he's a one.
Crappie.
It's a sockeye. That's why he bit weird.
Monster crappie.
Oh, sockeye. Sure enough. Sure enough is. That's a good one.
Probably on a chatterbait, because why not?
Because why not?
And I probably got one too.
We done found us a little water. We'll just sit here and catch chatterbait crappies.
Why not? This is a crappie show.
Well, you know, we just that good night, son. Look at that one.
Stan likes eating crappies.
Boy. We just asked the viewers the other day if they think I should go on crappie fishing, and they said yeah.
With the eyeball on it, how big his eye is.
Y'all should have known when I go crappie fishing, I'm going to go crappie fishing with a chatterbait.
With a chatterbait.
Oh, well. Oh, drag slips.
Oh.
The drag slips.
Drag slippage. My drag. Did you loosen my drag, Billy?
What?
Mm-hmm.
I would not do such a thing. This is serious business. Now, we're here trying to catch a fish. I would never pull a prank on you like loosening drag. I've never, ever loosened anybody's drag ever when we're filming for this channel. That's never happened.
I think you accused me of that one day.
I didn't accuse. I had evidence.
I didn't do it. I would never, ever.
Well, I've got a giant.
Sabotage.
I've got a giant right here, Heath.
Never sabotage you, Billy. Sure enough bass fish. That's a sure enough bass fish, Billy Joe.
Oh, yes.
What do you think, Billy?
I think
5-pounder on a chatterbait for the first bass.
I think Mr. Stan would be mighty proud of that one.
Yep, he did like a chatterbait.
It's kind of ironic that just happened like it did, because we've been here for
15 minutes, 20,
which is normally on this place you catch them.
Yeah.
And we just kind of doubted Mr. Stan for a second.
I said he's not with us, so he's like, I'm gonna make y'all work for it.
Yeah, we said Mr. Stan. He said something about Mr. Stan might be playing tricks on us, and we were like, man, I don't know what's going to happen, because normally on this lake it just happens real fast. And then sure enough, as soon as we said that, boy, we caught 2 crappie, and now you done caught a sure enough.
Yeah.
Hey. Huh. Hope you enjoy watching that, Mr. Stan. That's pretty awesome.
Good stuff.
Little bitty guy. Gotta be a crappie. Oh, never mind. Yeah, he just got bigger a little bit. No, it feels light again. I don't know. I can't make up my mind what that is. That ain't a crappie. No, it ain't, is it?
The way that big one was, he was coming at me. That ain't a little one.
No. Open here, baby. There we go. He ate the old chatterbait real good though, Heath. You know it? Look at there. He ate that sucker good now. There you go, folks. I'm on board with a green one. Nice little chunk right there. We'll take them like that all day. Especially, we're out here fishing pretty cold water, 53-degree water, wintertime type fishing out here. Give that one an ear scratch. You know what happens when you scratch your ears like that?
See you later.
They come back and see you when they get bigger, Mr. Heath. Uh-huh. Man, that feels good. All right.
Got another one there, Willie?
Mm-hmm.
Got crappie? No.
Come here. Tell you what, flop around a little more. How about that?
Yeah, that would definitely been a 2-minute penalty.
That was a graceful boat flip. Well, it's a good thing I look for 5 big ones.
Yeah.
You're allowed to boat flip them when you look for 5 big ones.
Yeah, we're not in that format today.
No, sir. Listen, I highly doubt I'll ever be in that format myself, to be honest with you.
No, it definitely would not suit the way I like to fish either.
No, we're both kind of more power fishermen and like to look for the bigger bite. You know, we will abandon a numbers bite to look for a bigger. We're both built like that.
I would not do well in a weigh them all format. Big swim bait. Nope. Big tail. Oh, that is one good looking.
Now that one knocked slack in it, Bubba.
He wanted it, huh? Big old crappie?
He got a little mouth on him, whatever he is.
Looks like a crappie. I'm talking, no, it's a bass.
Look how he ate that. Look how he ate that, Heath. I'm talking about that sucker wanted that chick. Look at it.
Gone.
She gone. She gone.
What a...
He ain't got too much skin on his bones. He's
still fun.
He's a fun one. That's old, like them old little mini Snickers they give out on Halloween. It's a fun size bass right there, boys. We got them dialed in now, Jack. We gonna catch them. Little tip tap.
Or it could have been an 11 pounder, you know.
Man, I thought you got one. There he is, Johnny.
Trying to get knocked out.
That's the smallest one yet, too. That's the MLF special right there, baby.
Pop you in the nose.
Oh, MLF special. You didn't even.
Hey, we'll talk about that one.
Hey, you're supposed to show the folks at home want to enjoy the journey too. Heath.
Another one.
Man alive.
You gonna give them a choice?
Yeah, we give them options. You know what I do when people do that to me? I go, here, I was already there if you want to fish that. Yeah. If you want to fish that spot, I got one for you right here, ready to go. I did. I whacked you right at that. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Friends like these.
Goofy. I always feel like I need to set the hook again.
Yeah. Yep. You know, I tried switching to left-handed reels for my flipping a few years back, and that I just couldn't get comfortable with the way I was. Ooh, hey, you know.
That got a little more shoulder.
That might have something to him there.
Coming up.
That's got a little more to him there for sure.
Bulldogging. No big one, but
after catching a couple little ones, he felt good. Boy, they're getting that chatterbait so good, Heath. I mean, they're eating that thing, Jack. There you go, folks. Another good one. Solid fish right there. We're working on them a little bit here, partner. We're catching them pretty quick now. Yep. All we had to do was doubt Mr. Stan for half a second, then all of a sudden,
yeah, he showed us what was up.
Here they come, beating down the door. I mean, look, these fish, the last 2 fish catches, when I stopped the camera, the timer says 1.5 minutes.
Is that like when you smack me in the nose?
Yeah, that's how fast it's happening. Yeah, we got a nose smack and a fish catch in 1.5 minutes on the last one. you know, when we're out here having fun, catching these fish and having a good time doing what we all love to do, today's not really about the fish catching. It's about remembering a long-lost friend, one of the best friends you could ever have, and Stan was certainly that. He was an incredible human being, biggest heart you'll ever want to meet, biggest work ethic you'll ever want to meet. I know a couple of things that stood out for me was there was nothing he wouldn't do for you. He was always trying to give me some new baits that he'd come. He was a tinker. He loved to get in your shop and waste a bunch of your plastic, really, and play with baits and make different colors. And I'm gonna tell you, some of the biggest fish some of my customers have caught have certainly come on some Stanley Owen creations.
Yeah.
You might call them some Stan baits, as we like to call them.
Yeah, but they're always Stan baits. Like I said, I'd come home, there'd be Stan baits.
Yeah,
hanging everywhere.
Stan baits everywhere. Color we weren't supposed to make, just something new. Just he threw it together.
Well, he'd figure out ways to use leftover plastic. You know?
Yeah.
And he'd come up with something, and he'd add something to it. And what do you think about this? And you know, sometimes a new color would end up being worn by something.
We have had some new stuff to come out that he did. Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing that really stood out about Stan to me was he was your biggest fan. He was my biggest fan. He was your biggest fan. He was your kid's biggest fan. But every time I came to Stan, he was always, man, you're doing so good, Billy. I'm so proud of you. And, you know, just very encouraging, uplifting. I mean, you couldn't help but feel good about yourself when you left being with Mr. Stan.
Now, there was, you know, so many times, you know, he was probably the biggest, you know, supporter that we had, you know, that I had, that my family had, as far as, you know, with the bait company. And, you know, not just that, yeah, he worked for me, but if you know, I have another job, you know, I'm gone a lot, he would be home, and if my wife or my kids needed something, you know, or you know, if they didn't need something, she'd go out there and she'd sit and talk to Stan. You know,
yeah.
The boys, as soon as he got there, it was Mr. Stan. You know, every morning, you know, he'd bring them donuts.
Yeah.
He'd bring me breakfast. You know, if I was going to be there that morning, he'd show up with breakfast, donuts. You know, I'd look out. You know, I could always tell between 8 and 9 o'clock. I'd look out there, and his white truck or his van was going to be behind the shop, and he was going to be there, and it was almost every day, unless we were fishing or I told him, made him go fishing.
Yeah.
He did more for me and my family than I could ever even mention. Like I said, if there was something that needed fixed in the house, he fixed it. You know, the door needed fixed, he fixed it. Something needed built, he built it.
Yes. You know, you meet these people in your life, and you can count them on one hand, the people you'll come across in your entire lifetime that are like him. And he was a special one. The world's certainly a lesser place for it. And I know, for me personally, I'm sure you'll probably feel the same way, but for me personally, you know, it's an honor to be able to come out here and be able to do this video for Stan and for his family, for you, and for myself, if I'm being honest. It's just an honor to get to remember him this way. And one thing that I want to express, because like I said, I know his family's going to watch this, and I want his, you know, he's survived by his wife and survived by some children, and I want you guys to know, the Smith family, I want Stan's family to understand that, hold your head so proud about the man that your husband and your father was. He was an unbelievable human being that touched everybody he came into contact with in the most positive way that you could ever imagine somebody touching somebody. He was just an unbelievable person. Can't say enough about him.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good color. That's white. He's so cold, he don't know what to do.
He's like, yay, jump.
It's cold. It's too cold.
Jump. No jump. On this week's episode of Major League Fishing, Team Trail, Heath and Billy are whacking and stacking. I guess with us, it'd probably be called minor league fishing. They'd have to change the name if we got involved. We ain't no major leaguers, Heath. I think it's about to go down. Hey!
Ooh, like a decent one, Billy.
Oh, yeah? Play him. He's got some pads with him.
There's a line.
Is there a fish in there?
Yeah, he's just got a pad stem.
He's a tiny
A
one.
little bitty one, but he had a lily pad with him.
13 pounds of lilies.
Yeah, that's why. He had a parachute pulling behind him.
A parachute. A little extra drag on that in there.
Yeah, it was a bass with a parachute.
He's down there drag racing. Yeah. That sucker down there drag racing. You set the hook, he tried to hit the brakes on you, threw his parachute out. There you go.
Another.
That's another one. Like I said, minor league fishing team trail, we're in.
Scoreable bass.
That's a scoreable bass. Heath Taylor with another scoreable bass. Ladies and gentlemen, he is on fire. Dude, I just tried to shake a fish off. That's how lethargic they are. I'm talking about, look, I thought I had a pad stem and I literally did the two-hand pop trying to shake him off. And he ain't shook, jumped, fought, nothing.
He was cold, Billy.
That's for you. I got you something at Target. It's real nice. Or I got you something that's real nice. I got it at Target.
Got a gift receipt? I'm probably going to send it back.
Turn around and show me that camera. He's a monster.
Oh.
We're back, though. We're back.
We're back. I think we figured out there on the upper end up here.
Back in the saddle again.
Yeah.
Which is a song that I really like and have always been fond of.
Oh,
Hey, Johnny.
there he is, Johnny Walker.
Good one.
No, not a bad one, but no big one. I moved it and he just like stopped it when I right when I got off the bottom.
So, man, they're getting close to the bottom, ain't they?
Like I picked it up and he ate it as soon as
Yeah, it's a little better one.
It ain't a bad one. But
No.
it ain't no 5-pounder or nothing.
No, it ain't. Here you go. Just turn him this way right here. There you go. Good job, Heath.
Chatterbait with the smash tail.
A little bit of Google rankings.
Yeah.
Right here at the boat. Right here at the boat. He come up, ate it on the swim finally. There we go. Found us a little mini wad of them anyway, Taylor.
Back in them again.
Yeah, they're not eating it as good as they were earlier, but we getting back in them. Good in there.
Oh, there he is.
Go ahead. Lose him?
Yeah, he did. That one almost felt like I said they're biting funny though.
They are. They're biting real funny.
Cloud cover changed their mood a little. That's a little eerie. Right there again, huh?
I knocked him out, Heath.
You got him.
I put the hammer on him. He don't know what to do. Now he wants to wake up and fight now that he's here at the boat.
Woke up.
Yeah.
I missed 3 times.
They're just not getting it as good as they were. You know what I'm saying? Like, look.
No.
Earlier they were all just choking it. Now it's right here on the corner lip.
Yeah.
He was stuck though. Look, I got him in that little bone plate. And it barb right in that little old bone plate right there. There you go, folks at home. Another solid one. I can kind of see why Mr. Stan was fond of this place.
He did. He enjoyed
It is a fun lake.
He could come out here and, the boys could catch fish.
Yeah.
He'd help them. Of course, it was funny because I'd be up here fishing and he'd kind of just take over and
With the kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
like he'd set the hook and let them reel in. I don't know if, I don't know that he caught many fish out here. And actually reeled them in because he'd always let the boys reel them in.
That's something. Go ahead, Bubba.
There he is.
There he is. That's a nice one.
Ain't a bad one.
That's a nice one. There you go. Yeah, good fish, bud.
Get so pretty in the wintertime.
Yeah, they get some different colors. They got that lipstick on too, you know it?
They get real bright looking.
Yeah. Yep, they got that old lipstick on, get a little brightness to them.
I think we're sitting on a little wad of them in this cut between these 2 pads.
I believe so, right here kind of in the neck and the mouth of this little pocket out here,
He was right on the boat. It's a pretty day. Right?
Boy, it's a soft bite. I mean, it is just a tick. And barely that, even on these little ones. And they're not getting it real good,
No.
They getting it good enough, old partner. They getting it good enough. That might be a little better one there. Yeah, I reckon that's a better one there.
A little bit.
Oh yeah.
Wallering.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir. Oh, that's a good fish. Yeah, that's a good fish there, bud. Get on up here. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah, when they come up and wallering,
Instead of jump, yeah. There you go. Well, we're just catching them. I mean, I'm literally catching them every cast. Now we're doubled up.
Lost him.
Almost doubled up. Way to go, Heath. But
Thank you. I'll get him to come back.
ear scratch. That's a nice fish right there. Boy, I tell you. Oh, Mr. Stan is hanging out with us today, I do believe, Heath. My goodness. He's hanging out with us today, buddy. Yeah, I'm gonna give this fish a drink. I want to get us a picture of these two fish together, okay?
You know, you talk about unselfish.
Yes, sir.
You know, little story, and you know, it was, you know, actually a couple things, but you know, if I was gone at work, you know, say it was a weekend, you know, he would be at the house working from morning till evening. And if he knew we had a big order, you know, I'd usually get home, help get the kids bathed in bed, and you know, I might go back out at work at 9 o'clock at night, you know, 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, and if he knew we had a big tackle warehouse order or something, I'd tell him, do not come back up here, you've already worked, you know, 10, 12 hours today. Well, I'd get out of the shop, and about 9:15, you'd hear his truck pull up.
Yeah.
And he would stay out there, and you know.
Yeah, he wouldn't leave it undone.
Till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, however long I was out there, he was there. And you know, some people know the story. You know, a lot of people don't. You know, the day he passed away, you know, a year ago today, I was at a function for work, and he texted me that his truck was broke down. Kind of long story short, but you know, I said, well, you know, that stinks. And he asked me where I was. I said, well, I'm up tied up. And he said, okay, I'll you know, get a jump. And ended up not being, you know, his battery. Ended up getting his truck back to his house, and which he only lived about 2.5 miles from my house. And I texted him and asked him if my wife needed to come pick him up, and didn't hear anything back from him. And he knew we had a bunch of work going on. Yeah. Well, I get a phone call a little bit later that morning, and it was one of the deputies that I'm good friends with, and was good friends with Stan, and he was on the side of the road, on the side of the highway, had a massive heart attack, and they were doing CPR on him on the side of the road, and that's how bad he wanted to get to work and and to do stuff.
No, I remember this. It was a shocking story. He, you know, you guys tend to, you know, be playing catch up a lot because you're a very small business, and your baits are in high demand because they're good. You got a good product and all that, and you deal with Tackle Warehouse, and they order in bulk, and you get behind sometimes. And Stan was so dedicated that, if I remember this correctly, you correct me if I'm wrong, but what I remember is you even told him no. You texted him saying, hey.
I told him my wife would come pick him up, but he didn't want to bother anybody.
He won't bother anybody. And so he said to heck with it and decided to start walking, and his fate would have it. You know, obviously, very unfortunately, but he had a heart attack trying to get to work, to get caught up because you were tied up and couldn't be there. And he was just that desperate to get there and do the job.
And like I said, it was really rough for a while. I didn't even want to go in the shop. Yeah. Because he's built basically everything inside that shop, every shelf.
Well, he's been with you since you were in the old garage, and it was a cluttered mess. And I mean, he's been there forever, man.
So, but like I said, he's been on my mind a lot the last few weeks. You know, leading up to today. And that's why I contacted you, and I knew we needed to do something.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, man, it's an absolute honor to be able to do this, and I meant what I said to the family. I really mean that with all my heart. I didn't get to know him and spend near the time. I mean, he spent so many hours with him. I didn't get to know him like Heath did, spending all that time with him, but I knew him enough. You know, we were around each other quite a bit and had a lot of conversations, and he was certainly a special person. And I tell you, as long as I'm alive and as long as you're alive and your kids are alive, more than his family, which, I mean, he was family. Yeah. You know, he was family.
He was like another dad to me, no doubt.
But he won't be forgotten.
No. And I know he's, you know, some of y'all that watch, you know, y'all caught a glimpse of him in one episode of making baits.
Well, we're showing some clips of him today.
And but I know some of y'all met him at boat ramps at Welsh and Monticello. If you did, you know, say something in the comments.
Yeah. If you ran across Mr. Stan out there at Lake Welsh or anywhere around here, man, let us know. It would be cool to know all the people that he interacted with and touched, because he was certainly a sociable person.
Yeah, you know,
the friendliest guy.
I would get emails and Facebook messages, Instagram, that, you know, that he'd ran into somebody. You know, they'd ran into somebody, you know, from my company at the lake, and he'd give them baits and stuff, and that's just the way he was.
Yep, absolutely. Well, man, what a guy, what a day. We miss you, buddy, more than we can tell you. Hey, man, I appreciate you letting me come out here and do this with you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. See this guy right here? This is my guy right here. Say hi to the people, Stan. Say hi. Hi.
How you doing?
This is actually the man behind the real magic. We won't tell Heath, but this is the real master right here.
That's right.
Heath designs them, but he makes them, don't you, buddy?
That's right.
That's right. That's Mr. Stan Smith.
To his exact specifications.
See, he said it right there. There he is. He's over here glaring at us.
Yeah. Don't look around the shop too much. It's a mess.
If they don't meet his specifications, they don't go out.
Yeah. So he makes a lot, so that way he can put them in his boat.
He makes a lot of mistakes.
Those are called Stanley baits.
Makes a lot. I get those too. So keep making those mistakes.
So like I said, every time I go to work and come back, there's some weird color hanging up.
Yeah.
That we don't, you know, that we don't sell. Yeah. So
that's right. Well, Stan, we appreciate you, brother.
Hey, my pleasure.
Y'all give Stan a shout out in the comments.
Keep using them. We'll make more.
That's right.